So, we are continuing with Lord Chaitanya's conversation with Ramananda Rai, because Gaur Purnima is coming, upcoming festival. So I thought we will cover that. Plus, tomorrow going to Vijayawada. So specifically, so I thought we will discuss this because Gaur Purnima is also coming up. Actually, in Vijayawada, the deity altar renovation is done. They shifted the deity out of the altar, and the altar is made now. Going to shift it back to their original position. So they all wanted me to be there. So being co-president there, I would. So right. So I'll not be there. I will come back on Thursday. Gaur Purnima will be there. Will be there in Vijayawada. So we will directly go to the Chaitanya Charitamrita because I want to also end early. So in the last session, we were discussing about how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on his South India tour, he came to Kovur, which is very close to the present day Rajamundry, on the banks of Godavari. And there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai, by the way, is Vishaka Shaki. And Swarup Damodar Goswami is Lalita Shaki. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself in the mood of Radharani. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through the mouth of Ramananda Rai, wanted to give us the ultimate, goal of life. In the goal of life itself, there are different gradations. Super. There is nothing beyond that can be even thought about it. So to that level, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come and he has to teach that. So he teaches through different persons. So in this case, he chose Ramananda Rai to speak. So in the very discussion itself, Ramananda Rai will tell that, actually, I am like a parrot, you are making me to speak, I am speaking. So it is quite possible for the Lord to inspire a person, and that with that inspiration, a person can be, a great scholar. These are several cases actually. In fact, one of the cases would be Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not write any voluminous literature. He didn't really write. In fact, what he left with for us was Sikshashtaka. It's just 8 verses. That is praise. Other than that, every Acharya came, they spent a lot of time in writing. Be it Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Vallabhacharya, Nimbarkacharya, Vishnu Swami. Everybody, not only they wrote voluminous thing, they all specifically wrote commentary on Vedanta Sutra. We are Vedantist. So, 6 schools of Indian thought. Nyaya Vaisheshika. And Shankya Yoga, Mimamsa and Vedanta. Vedanta is the conclusion. We are Vedantist. In fact, Mayavadis are also Vedantist. we are on the same side, but then we have a lot of division amongst us. Specifically, every one of them actually wrote a commentary on Vedanta Sutra, Brahma Sutra, Sariraka Bhashya. So, because it establishes absolute truth. So they all wrote. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not write. In fact, even 6 Goswamis did not write. They didn't consider it to be so important, actually. They wrote so many things, Rasa Sastras. So many books they have written. What is required for a practicing devotee to make advancement in Krishna consciousness and achieve the ultimate perfection? That was their goal. They didn't go here and there to write a commentary on so many things. They straight went to the, they start with Bhagavatam only. So they considered, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself considered Bhagavatam the natural commentary of Vedanta. So they didn't bother to write. Later on, Ramanandis in Jaipur, they said, you people are not bona fide. Commentary mein kidhar hai aap log ka commentary? Every Vaishnava Sampradaya had a commentary. Sri Sampradaya has got no commentary, Sri Bhashya. And Madhva Sampradaya commentary. Vishnu Swami had a commentary, Nimbagan commentary. Where is your commentary? Aap bolta hai Madhva Sampradaya se aa raha hai. What is this? No commentary. Then the devotees of Vrindavan, they sent to Baladev Vidyabhushan. You go and deal with them. So he went to Jaipur. And then pucha, what? We are all Rasa Shastra, we are all this thing. The commentary kidhar hai? Vedanta ka commentary kidhar? Yeah, look, we didn't consider it is important. No, it is important for us. Unless you have commentary, you go write a commentary and come, then we'll talk. Then he was praying to Govindadev, Jaipur. And then he says that Govindadev only wrote this actually. He just, I was just scribbling, it is all commentary. Inspire, the Lord comes and inspires, he makes things to happen actually. And so he named, everybody has got a Bhashya, no, Shri Bhashya. So he named our Gaudi Bhashya, Govinda Bhashya. Govinda likha hai, main kya karu? So it's called Govinda Bhashya because the Govinda there in Jaipur, he made him to write and then he presented it. Then he said, ye to acha hai bhai. Sabse acha lag raha hai. Govinda likhega to kya likhega? Thoda kam thodi likhega. So Govinda Dev himself wrote. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not write. If he wanted, he was a scholar actually. He was so scholar that even when he was a small boy, he ran a school on Sanskrit. The time for studying, he was teaching others. Keshava Kashmiri was a great scholar. Dig Vijay Pandit. Dig Vijay Pandit means any direction you go, only Vijay. Dig Vijay means all direction victory. Dig Vijay Pandit. And he came to Navadip thinking that Navadip is a seat of scholarship those days. Places like Nalanda, Navadip. These are the places where scholars. So he came there and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he told him actually, he told him, you please, compose in glorification of Mother Ganga. Ganga is there, no? Glorification of Mother Ganga. So he wrote, like a Ganga water flowing, 100 verses in no time. Just speaking, it is all verses. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took one specific verse. He said, this number line mein ye galti. How is that? You remember all the verses? Kya baat hai? He was actually blessed by Mother Saraswati. Saraswati ka bhakt tha. Pura protection. Then he said, this is actually the fault in this verse. He was very stunned. He went to Saraswati that day night, sleepless night. What did this happen? He said, bahut acha hua. He is my Lord. You got the association of the Lord. It's good, go take shelter. So that kind of scholar he was. But he didn't write Vedanta Sutra. So, in this way, when the Lord inspires a person, Mukam karoti vachalam, Pangum langayate girim. A person who is dumb, he can actually become a great scholar if he gets the blessings of the Lord. A lame man can cross the hill, climb the hill. Lame man cannot walk, also how he will climb? So if the blessings of the Lord and the spiritual master is there, one can become. This is, you put it that on off, can you put this one off and start that? नहीं ऐसा गुम किधर आता है तो गुम के आने से थोड़ा कम इफेक्ट रहेगा हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण So he didn't write. So here we are seeing Ramananda Rai was a Kayastha. Kayastha means administrator. That's why he was made as the governor of Madras. Hare Krishna. How are you?
Then Mataji also.
She is asking you, how are you? Balo. Balo, balo.
আমিও ভালো বলো
So Ramananda Roy was administrator. He was the governor of Madras under King of Puri. He was working under Puri. The King of Puri sent him. You governed that. He was a good administrator. So he was stationed in this cove, that is on the banks of Godavari, near Rajamandri. One side is Rajamandri, this side is cove. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he makes him to speak. He is questioning him. What is this? And he is speaking. Certain things he was very astonished. Nobody ever asked him such deep things. So that is what the conversation, which is very important for the devotees because it establishes the supremacy of, the devotional practice by Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Yeah, those devotees. So we should know where does our, teaching supposed to take. Suppose somebody says, what is your goal? Somebody says, just going to Villaparla station. Then it's a very small time goal. Somebody says, he has to go to Pune. It's little. Through Villaparla, he can go to Pune. But then it becomes a goal which is, like a subset and that is superset. This is taking to the level that there is nothing can be even talked about, imagined about. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu specifically questioned him, please tell me, I want to know from you, because Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya in Jagannath Puri, he told me, please meet this person. Because he said you are a good scholar in Bhakti. So I want to learn. So he asked him, what is the ultimate goal of life? So we have discussed in the previous, I don't know where I stopped, so let me go step by step. So you tell me where we have, how many things we discussed? Only? Okay, that is why I wanted to directly go to this. So in any case, Gaur Purnima is coming. So we will complete today. I want to. So Ramananda Rai first said that if you follow the Varnashrama system, that will please the Lord. Varnashrama Acharavata. Just follow the Varnashrama. Varnashrama, following Varnashrama means you do your Swadharma. You are situated in a particular ashrama and Varna. Somebody is a Brahmana, be a Brahmana. Do Brahmanical activity. Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, apna kaam kar, Swadharma. And in fact, the Bhagavad Gita talks about Swadharma. Every time Krishna tells, do your Swadharma. Do your Swadharma. You are a Kshatriya. Be like a Kshatriya. Do your Swadharma. Because he wanted him to fight. So Chaitanya, no, you will find this, no, Lord Krishna is encouraging Swadharma. Because Chaturvarnyam Maya system. He said, I only created. So something what is created by God, if you follow God, you'll be happy. No. So he said, this is external. Kuch kaam karna hai. Go further. We discussed that. So then Ramananda Rai went to go further, saying that whatever you do, do it for Krishna. Yat karosi adasnasi anjuvosi dadasi. Anything that you do, do it for Krishna. Don't be, attached to the work. Do it for Krishna. If you do for somebody, you don't have much. If I am doing for myself, then I will be more attached with whether the result will come or not. If you do it for Krishna, then you don't have to really worry. Result will come, but Krishna will take care of it. By the way, if any questions are there in between, you can raise your hand because this is so long thing. By the time I finish, you may forget it also. It's not a small. We are discussing several aspects. So in that aspect, if you have a question, then we can. So this also we discussed that you do things for Krishna. This is directly serving Krishna. Then Chaitanya said, no, this is also external. This also you may have not perfection. Then first he said, do dharma. Now then Ramananda said, give up dharma. Sarva dharma parityaja. Give up all the religious principles. Surrender unto me. Surrender. I think this also we discussed. So surrender is considered a very, very important aspect of important step in devotional practice. You don't surrender, then what? In fact, that is a conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. And for Sri Vaishnavas, it is like a Veda Vakya, matlab, very important aspect. If somebody surrendered, it is he has achieved. Chaitanya said, अरे surrender होने के हमको इतना मुश्किल हो रहा है तो ये बोला और बड़ा ये क्या है? So you can see the level of dialogue. See, dialogue itself, when something which is so difficult for us to do, somebody says this is very insignificant, then you can see what is the significant thing, Baba. So give up, because one can ask, what is this? In the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you follow dharma, and throughout Bhagavad Gita, he says, follow Swadharma. And yet he says, Swadharma ko nikal do, chhod do. So explanation is already given that we have many times mentioned. So you are giving up a lower dharma for a higher dharma. That is allowed always. There is always a gradation of dharma. Somebody is saying that somebody may be having a multiple duty. Duty as a head of the family. Duty as the son of the soil. Bharat Mata ki putra. So, duty. So, during the freedom struggle, those who gave up the family things and went for freedom struggle, they were worshipped. Tyagi, freedom fighter. What they did actually, they took up my duty to the country more important than my duty to the family. Still, people don't say, why you didn't take care of the family? They may not have got the sufficient attention as much as they could have desired for. They didn't get higher principle. Same thing applies. If you can do that, what to speak of duty to the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And that duty is actually a constitutional duty of the spirit soul. That's a higher duty. Actually. We are going to discuss Jiver Swarup Krishnera Nitya Das. So we are eternally servants. So that duty is higher duty. That is what Krishna is telling. When he is telling surrender unto me, he is trying to make you to do that duty. To give up the external duty. Bodily duty and spiritual duty. For the spiritual duty, give up the bodily duty. Sarvadharman Parityaja. Then go ahead. Say something more. His own teaching in Gita, he is telling to surpass it. That means Krishna only gave some aspect to come up to certain level. Krishna did not discuss anything more in Bhagavad Gita. No, that's concluding. So Ramananda Rai said that, okay, devotional service with knowledge. Devotional service one may do without, knowing why he is doing. Suppose chant Hare Krishna. Chalo, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Why I am chanting? Somebody told me I am chanting. That is also devotion only. Chalo, suppose sometimes in the temple, some visitors come. And they say, hey, Jhadu maar. Oh, kyun maar rahe? Chalo, bhai, Jhadu maar. Devotional service, why you are doing, they may not know. Then they are doing, still it is devotional service. But somebody knows more. Cheto Darpana Marjanam, like, for example, Gundicha Marjan. In Gundicha temple you go, there are people cleaning. There are so many devotees, they are taking broom, idhar kar rahe. Sab log to cleaning kar rahe. Somebody who is doing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, I have to do for Jagannath, that is one thing. उधर झाड़ू पोछा मारने वाला लोग बहुत लोग हैं, वो लोग भी कर रहे हैं, दोनों एक नहीं है. Somebody in knowledge doing. So Ramananda Rai said, devotional service with no empirical knowledge. If you have why you are doing, what is the basis of doing, knowledge, with knowledge if you do, that is better. This is exactly I discussed in the Bhagavatam class. This is the level of actually Uddhava. He is a devotee with empirical knowledge. He is a Jnana Bhakta, Jnana Mishra Bhakta. Devotion is there, mixing of Jnana in that. Because he was a disciple of Brahaspati actually. So, Shastra bahut janta hai. Jnana Mishra Bhakta. So, this is a fourth level. We are going to go up to 11 actually. So Ramananda Rai said the devotional service, with empirical knowledge, that will be better. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nasochati na Kamshati. You will not be, if it is situated in the Brahma Bhuta stage, then, he doesn't get affected by the worldly things. Sometimes good things happen, he doesn't get carried away by that. Sometimes bad things happen, he doesn't get distressed by that. Equipoised. Sometimes you will find people will get carried away. Maybe a devotee, but getting carried away. So, Ramananda Rai said, yes, devotional service with empirical knowledge is very good. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, pure devotional service, no speculative knowledge. Pure devotional service. Suddha Bhakti. Anya Bilasi Vasunyam. Jnana Karma Dhanam. See, Jnana was there previously. Here Jnana Karma Anam. Anya Bilasi. No desire for Anya. Now, see, this is where Rupa Goswami is teaching us that. This is where they are, bringing us what we are supposed to do. Pure devotional service. So if one is situated in that, that is better than, being situated with knowledge. This is exactly like, sometimes devotees, they don't care for logic. Like Brajabasis, they are coming, even as a preamble to them. They actually naturally want to do devotional. Sir. You go and ask them why you are doing it. Humko karna hai this. They may not be able to give explanation why they are to do. Can you justify, why this thing is done? My guru told me to do. I am just doing it. I don't know why I am doing it. This is devotional service also. The Brahmana of Sri Rangam was told by his guru, read Bhagavad Gita. And he was not very educated. And he was not even reading properly. He was still doing. Somebody wonder why you are wasting your time. तुमको पढ़ने के लिए नहीं आते क्या कर रहा है but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him क्या है he is already exhibiting the symptoms of ecstasy अरे क्या हो गया Krishna supreme personality of Godhead driving chariot of his devotee when I think of it naturally you understand it. This is supposed to be understood by reading Bhagavad Gita but there are so many scholars they may not do that but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not appreciate because there are scholars already reciting Bhagavad Gita inside and this fellow is sitting outside. He said, you understand Bhagavad Gita. But he is not having knowledge. Knowledge is not a prerequisite for devotion. If it is there, you can be more focused in doing things. I am doing it because I have to do it. But even in some cases, somebody may not possess it, still it can be. This is the situation of Brajabasi. This is the situation of advanced devotee. Many times, devotee may not be very educated. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. They are not educated, actually. Not educated. And whereas Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is a great scholar, but then still he could understand, नहीं सही initiation लेना कोई PhD से लेना चाहिए था क्यों इनसे लेना because he was offered a professorship in Calcutta University those days. Calcutta University is an old university, by the way. So he was offered, he said, he was a scholar. He took initiation from him, even though he was not. Arey Babu, why don't you take from somebody? No. So what is the requirement is the pure devotion, not the empirical knowledge, external knowledge. So, so pure devotional service. In pure devotional service, one may not be a great scholar. But then if he sincerely actually following the practice of devotional service, and naturally when he advances, then he'll be recognized by those who are advanced. Actually. A scholar will be known by a scholar. Like that, educated man will be known by educated man. Like that, devotee can be understood by another devotee. No? Can't understand. Normal public understand. Sometimes, several devotees, they are called, suppose you go to Vrindavan, Pagal Baba, Pagal. Generally, Pagal means they need treatment. They have to go to Tana or Pune or somewhere. Because Pagal means what? Your senses are not fully working in a coordinated way. My mind is not working, I am thinking what I have to speak, I am speaking. There is a good coordination between the brain, mind, and my mouth and tongue. Everything is coordinated. No? That's why you are listening. If I am talking something, then say, Kya? But पागल ऐसा नहीं होता है, उनका coordination नहीं होता है, थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया. The mind is not fully, interacting with the brain and just talking. Whatever. A devotee in a very advanced state, he will be irrelevantly talking. उसको कभी पागल बोलते, इसके लिए उसको पागल बाबा आश्रम भी है, पागल बाबा. But it's a very advanced devotee करके समझना है. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, since we are talking about pagal, I am just bringing it. Towards the end of this conversation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you are a madman, I am a madman, we both are good associates. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I am a madman, you are a madman, so you do one thing, jaldi jaldi पूरी आजा, तो हम लोग दोनों अच्छे से कर सकते. Madmen can talk to madmen. They match. So here the question is this is called Divya Unmada, Divyonmada, transcendental madness. This is the highest level of exhibiting devotional ecstasy. That is lowest in the material world, because material world and spirituality is ulta, no? So what we consider mad fellow means, you send him to hospital. Here, if somebody is mad, you send him to Vrinda. Udhar अच्छे से घूमेगा, उधर we can relate to it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that, okay, bhai, your devotional service is okay. Please, can you go further? And then pure devotional service, when we are talking about, it can be absolutely engaged in somebody's service. This can be for Vishnu Bhaktas, those who are worshipping Narayana, fully engaged. Pure devotional service means you don't have any motivation, you don't have any personal interest. Fully dedicated to the service of the Lord. It could be Narayana also. So said, go further. So Mahamandra said, Krishna Prem. Krishna Prem is something different. Krishna Prem. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, pure devotion, ecstatic love for the Lord. Ecstatic love for the Lord. Because for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, ecstatic love of God is the beginning stage. इधर कोई पहुंच भी नहीं सकता है उधर से. He says Krishna Prem is the Panchama Purushartha. Purushartha means the ultimate aim of no human being. Purusha Artha. Purusha means human being. Artha. And for the devotees of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, for the devotees of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, this Krishna Prem is we were exhibiting all the time. All the time. While he was chanting, while he was in the intimate discussion with his close associates, Krishna Prem. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, by the way, all the devotees, as I said, the devotees of Braj, all exhibit this love of Krishna. Everyone in Brajapuri, starting from the servants, ending with the lovers, everybody exhibits this Krishna. And for Gaudiya Vaishnava, this is the fifth Purushartha, because normally the scripture only talks about four: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Purusharthas. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So this, when we started with Varnashrama, starting with Dharma. When somebody becomes a devotee itself, is unka moksha ho gaya. Bas, haribol, acha ho gaya. But we have already crossed several levels of just moksha, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees, they considered moksha to be made servant of bhakti, Krishna Prem. Standing at the door, waiting to serve. If Krishna Prem is there, the moksha is servant. So Shastra can only talk about, general public can only talk about, any scholar will talk about only of the moksha. And moksha is completely, kept like a side. So Krishna Prem Bhakti is higher. So, then Chaitanya said, yeah, now we are getting good. Can you explain a little bit more? थोड़ा और कुछ बोलो, अच्छा लग रहा है अभी। कृष्ण प्रेम तक आ गए तो सेफ जोन में है अभी। So Ramananda Rai said that, so the servants of Krishna, serving Krishna, Dasya Ras. In Dasya, Krishna Prem exhibited in Dasya. Just to Krishna Prem is okay. In Dasya Ras, there are so many servants of Krishna. They serve Krishna. And this is exactly the case in Vaikuntha. In Vaikuntha also there are servants. In fact, all are servants. Most of them are servants. You won't find people there playing with Narayana and things like that. Mostly servants. Everybody, but these are all very formal servants. Like you go to office, there is a peon, office boy. The office boy comes and he helps you arranging the table, arranging things, brings water, etc. He is a servant also, no? And in the house, the same officer comes to house. In the house also there must be servant. No? If he's a big officer, he has a servant. So assume that he has a servant. And the house servant, sometimes people have their, even cooking done by some servants. Ghar mein rakha hai, ghar mein rehne wala. We are talking about some big billionaire. He has got a bungalow and he has got a Maharaj from Jaipur. Again and again we are going to Jaipur. Marwadi Maharaj, he is cooking karta hai. The cooking karke. So he is a servant, by the end of the day he is a servant, right? So but the servant at the home will be having a different kind of dealing with the master. So he will say that, अच्छा बना है, थोड़ा और कुछ दो। नहीं साहब, उतना ही आपको डॉक्टर बोला है। अरे दो ना, नहीं। अरे servant is denying master, क्या बात है? He is supposed to be following the instruction of the master, but then बोला नहीं आप ज्यादा खा लिया, अभी इतना ही बस हो गया, कर सकते हैं. And then he can even talk, आज ऐसा हो गया है, ये क्या है, क्या हो गया, he can talk very freely. Sometimes even if the driver is very close to the master, driver can give idea to the master. साहब ऐसा हुआ है गाड़ी में, उस दिन ऐसा बात हुआ. Depends upon the relation. So Dasya Rasa is there in Vaikuntha also, and Dasya Rasa is there in Goloka also. But they are, Goloka Dasya Rasa is the Dasya Rasa at home, and Vaikuntha Dasya Rasa is Dasya Rasa at office. So Dasya Rasa in Vaikuntha is good, but then Dasya Rasa in Goloka is more relishable. Because Krishna likes that. It depends on Krishna liking it, not what we like it. We may like it or not like it. Krishna liking it. So in this way, Ramananda Rai said, Krishna Prem in Dasya is better than just doing pure devotional service. He said, yes, good. So is there anything you can tell me more? Then Krishna Prem in Sakyas. This is something very special for Golaka. You won't expect that in Vaikuntha. You don't expect. In Sakya Ras, friends, same age, and you will find Srimad Bhagavatam discusses about how Lord Krishna goes to the forest, and in the forest they play games. You can go to Vishnu Puran and see whether any games are being played in Vaikuntha. You won't find the games are played. And different games on different days. And sometimes in the games, Krishna actually gets defeated. Krishna party. What is this? Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. His party got defeated. He wants to be defeated. What we can do about it? And then that party which gets defeated has to actually, do something for the party which has won. Sometimes they carry. They sit on the shoulder and then carry. Chal. Krishna is doing it. Which is very, very, unheard of. Yeah, God तो ये सब कर सकता है क्या? So it is the Sakya Ras is more relishable than the Dasya Ras. Servant is काम करके चला गया. Whereas Sakya Ras, they actually deal with Krishna in such a way that it is even bewildering to Brahma. Lord Krishna sits for a picnic. Every day is a picnic, by the way. So it's not that we have to plan for yatra like that. Every day if you go yatra, you don't have to plan. There are some people who go on yatra. Yatra is available. But then every day they go forest and they bring tiffin from their home, and every day they have to eat. That's like everyday picnic. So you can see one day Krishna comes on the banks of Yamuna. They all sit down and everybody sits around, and then they talk. They take prasad that they brought and they keep sharing. And then Krishna takes, hey, tum kya laye? Oh, ye thoda do. Mera thoda le lo. And somebody is eating. From there Krishna is taking. Brahma is watching. Kya ho raha hai bhai? God, ye kya kar sakta? Can you imagine the first created being get bewildered? It's unheard of, no? It is never written there. He aisa kar sakta hai. Ye sab kar raha hai. He's supposed to be God, and what is he doing actually? So, because it is more relishable. So those devotees who are on Sakya Ras, they are on the equal. They don't think this person is God. If you think he is God, the important thing here is that if Dasya can be there even if you think God. But Sakya, if you think him to be God, you won't even imagine to be on the equal level, no? How can you imagine that? Suppose boss is sitting, you can't sit in his chair, no? You go to this office, you sit in the chair. But in Goloka, they can sit. Not only sit, not only when in absence, in his presence, they can sit also. More relation, more tasty. So, Chaitanya said, yes, getting better. Getting better? So, then, Chaitanya said, go further. Ramananda said, yes, Krishna Prem in Vatsalya Ras. Vatsalya Ras is the parental relation between the Lord and his devotee. So, Nanda Maharaj and Yasoda Maiya and all the elderly gopis, they have that parental affection for Krishna. And again, so from Vatsalya onwards, they don't consider Krishna to be God, by the way. They think The friend thinks he's my good friend, he's the best of my friend, I just do it. And like that, the Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya, they don't consider Krishna to be God. Even if somebody comes under God, he's my son. Otherwise, how anybody can imagine a binding God? If you think God, you cannot imagine a binding. No? And Krishna goes to eat mud, and people are complaining. See, they are in Vatsalas complaining. Hey, miti kaya. Hey, Dika, kholo. And she is looking into the mouth, and she is actually seeing the Brahmanda. Yeah, right? She is seeing all the plant system, earth planet in the earth planet. ठंडी लग रहा है हाँ थोड़ा बंद बंद ठीक है उसमें तो वो सब काली था you can start this now. सर्दी पकड़ा अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है. So Mother Yasoda is looking into the mouth, and actually she is seeing that entire Brahmanda is exhibited, and she is seeing herself also inside that. Everything is. How can it be small baby's mouth? Inconceivable. Inconceivable. You can expand things, you can contract things. For a moment, she is thinking, hey, क्या है मिट्टी देके करी बोला बहुत कुछ आ गया ठीक है चलो Yoga Maya puts that so that they don't actually understand the real thing, but then Maya, it's Maya. We are in different Maya, but Yoga Maya. It makes sure that they don't really understand the original position, but then if that happened, then this prema will not happen. So for prema to happen, this was subsidized. So in this way, we can see that Krishna exhibits certain activity like Nanda Maharaj. He serves. He is a small baby boy. And Nanda Maharaj is supposed to go out, and Krishna is carrying the sandals, Paduka, and bringing on the head, carrying and bringing to, Nanda Maharaj. You don't expect God to do this. And if he knows his God, he's not going to allow that. Even though Garga Muni already said that your son is as good as Narayana, as good as he keeps on getting ready whenever he does some extraordinary activity. हाँ Garga Muni बोल भी गया है, गोवर्धन को उठाया, Garga Muni बोल भी गया है, बाद में हमारा So in this way, Vatsala Ras is more relishable than Sakya and Dasya Ras. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again said, very nice. We are getting better. Can you go further? Can you tell me something more? Then Raman Rai says that the Krishna prem in conjugal love, Madhurya Ras, is better. This goal of life. One should be. We are now talking about what is the goal of life. What one is supposed to have. Aim. Lakshya क्या है किधर तक पहुंचना है वो बात हो रहा है. What is our goal? Ultimate goal. So Madhurya Ras is the loving relation between the gopis and Lord Krishna. Gopis naturally have the service to Lord Krishna with full surrender, whatever it takes. They are just ready for anything that can give pleasure to Krishna. These are girls. And Krishna playfully deals with the girls in different pastimes. And Krishna also enjoys very intimate pastimes of Ras Leela. And in the middle of the night, Krishna plays on the flute. When Krishna plays on the flute, he can send a voice message. It's voice message actually. It is decoded. Like, radio waves are coming. The coding is there. You can't see, but message is received if you have proper receiver. Don't have receiver, you won't. So they have the proper receiver in the Madhurya Ras, so they can understand what's the message. Everybody is hearing actually. Nobody is running. So this is actually Krishna is transmitting the voice message in Madhurya Ras. Those who are in Madhurya Ras, they will only get that message. Others will be, कुछ sound आ रहा है, कुछ बजा रहा है, flute बजा रहा है ना, ऐसा बजा बस. Somebody is playing the flute here, you will think that somebody is playing flute. Like that Krishna is playing flute, Other gopas, elderly gopas, they are thinking flute is being played. Whereas the gopis, for them, please come. Same sound there. For them, come, I am waiting. Please come. They got the message because this is the message, voice message in Madhurya Ras. So they all came. They wanted to go. The middle of the night, by the way. Different people are doing different services. They say, hey, kidhar ja raha hai? Hey, mere ko jana hai. Suppose from your house, somebody says, I am going. Now you will ask where you are going. Somebody is doing some cooking, somebody is serving the husband, some are married already. Somebody is feeding the children. Got a child also. So, they were trying to stop. Some were stopped. Those who are not in highest level. Others left. Chala gaye. Forest. Then came to Krishna. And Krishna is standing and playing on the flute, and they came. And Krishna said, oh, why did he come in the middle of the night? There are so many wild animals in the forest, not good. Girls are not supposed to go out like this. किसकी वॉइस मैसेज भेजा है? नहीं, मैं मैसेज नहीं भेजा, आप लोग ऐसा समझो. This is a mistake, cross connection होगा. मैं कुछ भेजा. They said nothing doing. We are not going. We came. Testing the degree of surrender. Testing होता है. You have to pass the test also. You have to qualifying test. कोई काम के लिए जाएगा, कोई एग्जाम लिखने का क्वालिफाइंग टेस्ट होता है ना, एडमिशन भी लेना क्वालिफाइंग टेस्ट होता है. तो कितना सरेंडर हुआ है. So Lord Krishna then dances with them. This is dancing is somebody's wife, by the way. Worldly speaking, people think, what is this? Many times Krishna is criticized for being immoral. So what can be considered very abominable from the material point of view? This is something which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is a sannyasi, by the way, and he's telling, acha hai. Sannyasi ka kaam. He should be telling, this is wrong. What is this? Sannyasi, no. He was not even looking at any woman and saying that even the women disciples, they have to be paying obeisances long distance. They cannot come very close. Very strict sannyasi. And he is telling, dancing of this is very good. So, Lord Krishna engages in this Madhurya, and this is a relation between the Lord and his counterpart, consort. And this is in Madhurya also, the relation between, in Vaikuntha, the relation between Lord Narayana and Lakshmi is also there. That is also Madhurya. But that rasa is actually Swakyabha, married. And this is Parakyabha, not married. Parakyabha means somebody's wife. And this is something very, so much, spiritually advanced that Lakshmi wanted to join here. Hare Krishna is dancing, I said, to Narayana dance nahi karta hamare se. Chalo, dance karke aayenge. If something is wrong, why Lakshmi is the chest? Among the chest, Lakshmi, Parvati, like that there are some Sita Mata. These are all very chaste. Lakshmi ji, and she could not join, by the way, because she is Aishwarya. In Aishwarya, you can't do this. What to speak of Lakshmi ji? Lord Shiva wanted to join. Lord Shiva, really? Because when the flute is being played, this sound not only reaches only Braj, it reaches the entire universe. That is Krishna. Here flute idhar tak aayega. You can't hear in Santa Guru. But when Krishna plays, the whole universe can listen. And Kailash mein bhi lagta hai. So Lord Shiva gets inspired. Arey, हमको भी join कर. बोला नहीं, entry नहीं है. क्यों भाई? नहीं, only gopis are allowed. महादेव आप अपना जगह पर जाइए. नहीं, मेरे को भी जाना है. मैं गोपी बनेगी. बनने का है? हाँ, बनने का है. चलो धूपो, पानी में धुपा है. गोपी बन गया. And he wanted to join the rest. And then Lord Krishna said, there is something. I'm not getting the full taste. नहीं, एक गोपी आया है. उसको the 3 eyes she has got. हाँ, ठीक है. बोला उसको. गोपी, he said, गोपीश्वर महादेव जी, गेट पर रुकिए. बाकी लोग अंदर मत छोड़िए. तुम गेट के लिए तक ठीक है. So he becomes Gopishwar Mahadev. He stands at the gate, not allowing unqualified people. So he gets qualification after the gate. So this Madhurya in the Parakya Bhav, the gopis were fully surrendered. They are only entitled to dancing with the Krishna. Dancing with Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, yes, this is very nice. So here it is explained that this Madhurya ras actually contains all the other ras also. Exactly like example is given. We have discussed about earth, water, air, fire and ether. Yaad hai? In ether, the element is sound. And from ether, you come to Vayu. In ether only, you can only know by sound. Ether is Akash. Sound one is the element. You can't touch, you can't see. Whereas in air, so that sound is also there. Air can make the sound. And then you have also one more sense added, that is touch. So, acha hawa aayega to lagta hai na humko, touch sensation. Then anal. Anal means fire. In fire you can see also, in addition to touching and hearing. So in fire, 3 are. Then water. In addition to these three are there, plus taste. Can taste. And then in earth, all these 4, and then smell, gandha. So in the earth element, all the other 4 elements are like incorporated. Like that, in Madhurya ras, all the other ras are inside. One who is in Madhurya ras, he can do other ras also. He can play with the Krishna, like Sakya, they are playing. And take care of Krishna like the parental affection, खिलाने का है, कुछ करना है, वो भी कर सकता है. And then service also कर सकता है. servant, you can be servant. Sometimes you can fight with Krishna. Dasya in the Sakya Ras, they sometimes, Gopi get angry. Why you did like that? Why you can let? I let. There is like, friendly. Like Sakis. Ashta Sakis बोलता है ना. तो Sakis का अंदर मंजरी है. Like that, there are different levels. So Ashtasaki, we are saying Ashtasaki. Sometimes the Sakis, they can actually chastise Krishna. Huh? So Chandravali, there are so meaning they are in Madhurya, that is predominant. But within that, these are all there. But then one who is only in Sakyara, they cannot exhibit Madhurya. Ulta nahi, vice versa nahi hoga. So that is why Madhurya is superior. Why? It's not like, blindly you are telling. Because in Madhurya, you can exhibit other thing, but other thing you can't exhibit. That is why it is inferior. Not just because you like it. Transcendental logic. So in this way, Madhurya Ras contains all the other Ras also, because those who are, the gopis, they exhibit extraordinary level of surrender. So much so that Krishna sometimes feels he can't actually, the way they are surrendered to me. Lord Krishna dances Ras Leela, then he disappears. They become like, oh, Krishna is dancing with me only. Unlimited number of gopis. Principle 108, 1008, millions of gopis are done. And Krishna expands also. When Krishna is dancing with you, sometimes you may think, I am with Krishna. Oh, I am having nice darshan. I am the only one having darshan. Krishna disappears. So Krishna disappears. And they are searching for Krishna. And then they find one gopi is missing. And that must be a very fortunate gopi. Radharani. And going into the forest, they are seeing, oh, here, some impression is there. Oh, he must have plucked some flower for this gopi. And then, finally, they find that gopi. Arey, kidhar kya ho gaya? No, I was tired. I told him to lift me and he disappeared also. You are also disappeared. The difference is that he disappeared faster for you, later for me. That's all, disappear ho gaya. Then they are singing the song Gopi Geet, searching for Krishna. Then finally Krishna appears and says, I cannot repay you. Krishna's standard is that as you surrender unto me, I reciprocate. If you do 1% service, I will give 1% reserve. But then he tells gopis, you are so surrendered, I don't have anything to repay you. I can't repay you. So you be happy with your own devotional as one. I can't give anything more. The devotional service, that itself is the greatest wealth. And what can I add to that? So Krishna becomes, failing in his promise about Krishna failed several times. He said, no, I'm maker. You be happy with your devotional service. So that is actually the level of love of these gopis for him. So much so that Krishna wanted to exhibit their superior position in devotional service. And for this, Lord Krishna sent Uddhava. We already said Uddhava, Jnana Mishra Bhakta. So unko bola, I have a message for the Braj Basis. Can you please take it? So he wanted to show for Jnana Mishra Bhakta what it means to be Prema Bhakti. He came, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Maya, crying. ऐसा तो मैं cry नहीं किया कभी. And his servants, and then the gopis he is meeting. And because gopis are not, he can meet directly Nanda Maharaj because son he can talk. But gopis are not supposed to be talking, social custom. They meet separately. And then he speaks to them. Especially he had a message for the gopis also. And when Uddhava was speaking to them, the Radha Rani, the present section of Bhagavatam in the temple, Bhagavatam class going on Brahmara Gita. Radharani sees a bumblebee and she thinks that this bumblebee is actually a messenger of Krishna. बोला तुम भी काला है वो भी काला है. He also enjoys the girls and goes away, and you got the flowers and you enjoy the nectar there and run away. Lot of similarities. You must be the messenger. Oh, gali de. She chastises. You are a cheater. Your master is a cheater like that. You are also a cheater. And you do this, you did that, you did that. It is actually chastising the bumblebee and indirectly chastising Krishna. Brahmara Gita, chapter. So, some acharyas have commented that is actually this bumblebee is not the messenger. It is Krishna only. He wanted to come and listen from Radharani gali sunne ke liye. He likes it. Kya kya bolte hai sunne ke liye. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, very nice, can you tell something more? अरे कोई पूछा नहीं ऐसा. इसमें आगे मैं क्या बोलूं? मेरे को तो मालूम नहीं. You are only making me to speak. This is what Raman Rai said. Actually, there is something happening now. You are making me to speak. I am just speaking, but I don't know what I am speaking. So, Raman Rai describes about the position of Krishna and the position of Radharani. Very long description. How Krishna's position is Supreme Personality of God. And Radharani is the Supreme Devotee. Represents the internal potency. The personification of this Mahabhav can be exhibited only by Radharani. We can theoretically know this is Mahabhav. The love for Radharani, for Krishna, no second person can repeat it. That. Nobody can think that I can become Radharani one day. No, you just become Manjari is a big thing actually. The assistant of the assistant of the assistant तक पहुंच जाएगा ये बहुत हो जाएगा. There is only Ashta Sakis. You are not going to become Navasaki. No, I want to become Saki. जो post खाली नहीं है, application मत डाल. If there is no vacancy, how can you put application? Suppose there is no. Suppose you put application for Prime Minister. ये एक काम है क्या? Prime से बनने के तो उसके लिए अलग qualification. So Ramananda Rai describes about the position of Lord Krishna, his supreme position, and Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani is the personification of the pleasure potency of Krishna, Lahadini Shakti, pleasure personification. And that is how she can give the maximum pleasure to Lord Krishna. All others, they have the potency, but to different levels and different degrees. So in this way, Ramananda Rai went to describe about the conjugal love exhibited by the gopis of Vrindavan. And as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asking him whether anything else he has to say, Ramananda Rai said, I don't think my intelligence goes beyond this. But if you want, I can actually talk about something. I don't know whether you like it or not. But I can talk about something. And that is Prema Vilas Vivarta. The separation. There is Sambhoga. Sambhoga means union. Lord Krishna dances with the gopi, that is Sambhoga. You directly serve the Lord by giving pleasure to the Lord. Dancing with Krishna means giving pleasure to Krishna. That is Sambodha. And then when Krishna disappears, then separation is there. And the love exhibited in separation, I can talk about it. This is separation. That may be externally painful. Separation, when you are not having it, it is painful, And when you are having it, you are naturally happy. And Ramanand Rai went further to describe about Prema Vivarta Vilas. Prema Vivarta Vilas means, suppose Srimati Radharani in the separation, Krishna is not present. So she is feeling separation. But she is thinking always of Krishna. So when this is Krishna consciousness, always thinking. When she sees Tamal tree is, if you go to Vrindavan and our courtyard, there's a Tamal tree. Tamal tree is actually blackish in color, very closely resembling Krishna's color. So she is actually seeing Tamal tree. She thinks, oh, Krishna has come here. She is trying to embrace. And then she finds out it is not actually Krishna, it is a tree. Exactly like Brahmara Gita. She is looking at the bumblebee. As soon as she sees the color of black, she thinks immediately of Krishna's color. This is level of Krishna consciousness. Somebody can see the cloud and he can get reminded of Krishna. Krishna's color is cloud, blackish blue, bluish black actually. And in fact, the exact color you want to describe, it is a cloudish color. Rainy cloud, not the dry cloud. Rainy cloud is that color. So when somebody sees, so when Radharani in separation, feeling the acute pain, she sees something and she gets remembered of Krishna. In that pain, she is exhibiting the love, and this is Prema Vilas Vivarta. Ramananda Rai went to explain that. Chaitanya said, no, don't explain. He closed his mouth. Why? Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to taste that. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he would see cow, he immediately remember about Vrindavan. When he sees dark water, he thinks that, oh, this is Yamuna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially when he was performing his pastime in Jagannath Puri, especially Antya Leela, Shesh Leela. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would exhibit so many qualities which are for a common man incomprehensible. Only this will happen in the close association of Ramananda Rai, Surabdhamma Goswami, and very close associates. During the day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be dancing. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. There also will exhibit ecstasy. That's the ecstasy will be always there. He'll be chanting and crying and exhibiting the ecstasy. He'll be in the Ratha Yatra. He'll be exhibiting several things. That is for general public. Prasad distribution. Then chant, dance, and distribute prasad. That is for the external purpose that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come for two things: the external reason and internal reason. The external reason is to inaugurate Harinam Sankirtan. Make everybody to chant Hare Krishna. Make the tiger and the elephant and deer to chant Hare Krishna. This is also Jharkhand made tigers to chant Krishna. The internal reason is Prema Vivarta Vilas, the highest perfection of how does Radharani feel when she is in separation. If you want to know that, you have to take the Radharani's role. Otherwise, you can't. This is, if you want to know how somebody is feeling, you have to become that person. You can't know otherwise, theoretically. Even in logic, philosophy, there is Interestingly, even the karmis also have some idea. Philosopher. There is a philosopher, he wrote a paper called What is it like to be a bat? Bat. Bat is a sonar. It judges judges the object by distance, by sound, not by seeing. आंख से नहीं देखता है. Sound बेचता है, sound आता है, तुरंत होता है ये क्या? There is a war. Karima. If somebody says, I want to have the experience of the bat, you have to become bat. Who is telling? Philosophy. Unless you become bat, you cannot know that. Same thing applies here. He must have gone, how does he get intelligent? Unless you become like Radharani, you cannot know how Radharani feels. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna, Krishna wanting to know by Brahmara Gita, Radharani is chastising. He wants to know what it feels to be Radharani chastising me. I want to know that. She is acting like a mad woman. Mad woman. What is it actually? How to be experienced like a mad woman? So he becomes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu acting like a mad woman. She is seeing Brahmara and saying that, what is this? You are a cheater and all. And exhibiting several things, by the way. And Chaitanya, Krishna says that, oh, I actually want to experience it. What is that Radharani is experiencing? So he actually comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, in the mood of Radha. Exactly to experience whatever. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is experiencing by means of when he sees actually a sand dune on the shore, seashore. Oh, Govardhan. When he sees cows, he says, Vrindavan, and he falls down. And when he gets into the water boat, immediately sees this is actually Yamuna. And he starts dancing and jumps and falls down. And when he exhibits that ecstasy, his body becomes elongated. And joint 4 inches apart. Amara joint 4 inches apart. Then we'll have to go to some orthopedic surgeon. In ecstasy, body becomes elongated. And he's exhibiting, sometimes he withdraws everything like a kurma. That like a tortoise withdrawing the limbs, withdrawing. Sometimes small, sometimes big. He can say, how is it possible? The material body cannot accommodate this. Our thing cannot. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed what can be possible. He is showing what is maximum so that you know. And उसमें से हमको कितना हो सकता है उतना अच्छा है. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to experience the vivarta, separation. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will go and stand in front of Jagannath, very near to the Garuda Stambha, and he will be enjoying the nectar of Lord Jagannath darshan, because Jagannath is exhibiting that also. The very form of Jagannath is actually the form in exhibiting the Braj Prem. Like in Dwaraka, when Rohini Mata was describing about Krishna's pastime in Braj, and by hearing all the three, they exhibited that. So it is Braj Prem. So in Braj Prem, Jagannath is there, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has enjoyed that one only. That is why, even though externally Mother Sachi told him to go to Puri, this is what he is supposed to be going anyway. So he took it, I will go there. So that is what he is enjoying. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his Antya Lila, was actually experiencing the prema Vatavila. So Raman Rai went to describe that. You don't have to describe, I'm going to experience of Chutupa. If you talk about that, I will start exhibiting here. Now it is not the time. Puri mein aa jana, udhar karna. Idhar Kour mein nahi karna. So in this way, the ultimate aim of human life is established even when a devotee, as the association of Krishna, that is one thing. But in separation, we can always think about Krishna. That is higher. In most of the time in devotional practice, we don't have Krishna. And we have to keep feeling the separation. Oh, I am separated from you, Lord. When will I come? When you see cloud, you remember, oh, Krishna. Body may not elongate. At least we can remember Krishna. If not exhibit the ecstasy and symptoms. And in this way, anything you see, if you can remember Krishna, that is the level of Krishna conscious. Krishna conscious means what? You are conscious of Krishna always. So, Prabhupada says, if you drink water, remember Krishna. Rasoham vapsukam. The taste in water is Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita what he is in everything, And every of these things when you see, you can get remembered of Krishna. So, this way, Ramananda Rai explained about the ultimate perfection of human life is how from the minimum level of varnashrama and to the extreme level of feeling separation of Krishna. And always crying for it. He was crying. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was crying. And when will I get Krishna? Oh, I am separated. Oh, I am always separated. I am unfortunate. The devotee exhibits those things. That is very advanced level. So, Gaur Govinda Maharaj once giving a lecture used to say that I made a crying club in Bhubaneswar. We should cry. Crying means, it is not, we have to put some glycerin and cry. Like in cinema, they cry. In cinema also, hero, heroine, they cry. Not that. Naturally, by chanting, you feel the separation and cry. It has to be natural. It can't be just artificially infused crying. That is real crying. So, when that level is there, when one is always thinking of Krishna, engaging in service of Krishna, so that is the ultimate perfection. So in this way, through the conversation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought out for a common man where to place himself and how to make him know that where he has to go. So these levels, if you see, it is never discussed in any other sampradaya. Relation between Lakshmi and Narayana is already discussed. Right? But then how to become a good servant is being taught. Not how to dance with Krishna. How to feel the separation after dancing with Krishna. Dancing with Krishna is one level. Feeling the separation is considered to be higher level. And that is what we can expect here. Now we don't have Krishna anyway. Krishna is there, but then we don't have qualification to directly interact with Krishna. And crying for that and performing our devotional service so that Krishna will grant us what is appropriate for us. Appropriate for us. So in this way, on the wonderful occasion, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared. Both we are going to celebrate. So we see that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give us something which is the best. Nothing can even surpass it. And through his teaching and through his personal exhibition. He is a teacher taking the role of a student and taught us how to do it. Everything. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's whole life is lesson for us. Whole life. And Chaitanya Charitamrita describes this. There's nothing that is less, going back to Godhead and exhibiting, all these things. Sometimes we may think that we may need something more here and there. Everything is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Bhagavatam's teaching is there. If three books are very important. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. There's a difficulty. They say only two you can have. Then you have Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Because Bhagavad Gita's teaching is already in Bhagavatam. कोई बोला नहीं एक ही रखना है, चैतन्य चरितामृत को रखना, क्योंकि भागवतम is already in चैतन्य चरितामृत plus something more. This is not there. In Bhagavatam, it is described about how Radharani is behaving like a mad woman. Here it is explained how it is supreme and justifying it and explaining further. उधर तो खाली बोल दिया, Radharani is chastising him. Here it is justified why she is chastising, how this is more important. So in this way, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Prabhupada has so magnanimously translated fully. Bhagavatam we didn't do it, that's why. वो कोई भी करेगा बाद में ठीक है, चैतन्य चरितामृत कौन करे, विवर्त के बाद में कोई बोल सकता है. So Chaitanya Charitamrita was completed well before, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance is coming. So we understand these teachings and engage in our devotional service and see that how we can go in the path shown by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and how we follow the Sikshashtakam prayers, starting with Cheto Darpanam, cleanse our heart. And if we can do that, ultimate goal of life shown by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is achievable in this lifetime. So in this way, we will stop here. I gave the option for questions in between, nobody asked. So is there anything, any other question anybody has? Oh.
We can keep this question forum open for a few days. We'll read again.
You can always make the question and post it. We'll discuss next session also. In this conversation, it is explained that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like condensed milk. Ramananda Rai is like a sugar candy. Condensed milk is rubbery. And उसमें थोड़ा sugar candy डाल दिया, ठीक है? And in that, the discussion of Radha and Krishna in this section is like adding some camphor. Camphor is edible camphor, not like dupola camphor. Edible camphor, especially very much used in South India for anything you taste like laddu, you'll find some camphor. Camphor is used in North also?
No, rarely.
So camphor is, there is two kinds of camphor. Edible camphor is there. Usually in South especially, they put in laddu, they put in payasam, or this sweet rice, and they'll put in chakra pongal, sweet rice version of South India. They put that. It actually adds a little bit more, flavor and taste. So the conversation. So condensed milk, sugar added, camphor is also added. So it's like a nectar, ultimate nectar. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enjoyed the company of Ramananda Rai, and then he told him, so you do one thing, I am going to South Indian Yatra. So he is coming from Puri. It's very close actually. And he said, I'm going to South Indian Yatra, then I'll finish and come to Puri. By the time you retire and come to Puri, then we'll have. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Gambhir, in Puri, that is his place of staying. So in the middle of the night, he'll be exhibiting so many ecstatic things. Only persons will be there, Ramananda Rai and Sarup Damodar. These are none other than Lalita and Vishaka. And Radha and Krishna is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is like Radha, Rasbihari, Lalita, Vishaka. Altering ho gaya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will cry. Sometimes he'll brush his face against the wall. All the doors are locked. He will be found in the near the Simhadwar. Arre, kidhar gaya? He will go through the wall. So all the symptoms he exhibited to show us that this is what the ultimate goal one should be. We should be feeling the separation. We don't have to brush against fall, then we'll have to go to doctor. But then, separation. Krishna, I am so unfortunate. What am I doing here? I am so fallen. I'm not able to serve you properly. This is feeling separation. I am far away. I am supposed to be coming to you in this lifetime. What is that I am doing? That should inspire within. So we will take that lesson and engage in our devotional service with desire to make progress, desire to go back to God. Unless desire is there, nothing will happen. So this is actually a place called Rajamundry. So we are discussing about arranging a tour. Nothing is happening. So one more tour option I am giving you. May not be immediately during this year. We are going for a tour. So Dharmatma Prabhu and Samariya ji should coordinate this actually. We can go to Vijayawada. In Vijayawada, there is a place called Mangalgiri, near 10 kilometers. These are all my zone. I am the boss. So the way we want things can happen there. So in Mangalgiri, there is a deity of Lord Narsingadev. And the deity, there are one deity down, another deity is on the hill. The hill deity is worshipped throughout 4 yugas. There is Swayambhu. Open mouth is there. In that they put panaka, sweet jaggery water. Half of the water the Lord takes, half comes. And in the Satyuga they used to put amrita. Abhi jaggery ka pani. So that temple is there. We can go and Vijayawada. From there, this place, Kovur, this is on the bank of Krishna River. Vijayawada is on the bank of. See, there are 2 major rivers in Andhra. One is Krishna River, another is Godavari. And the both originate from Maharashtra. Godavari is from Nasik and Krishna is from Mahabaleshwar. They originate here on the Western Ghat. They go all the way up to long rivers actually. So Vijayawada is on the bank of Krishna Nadi. And on the bank of Godavari is Rajamundry, where Kovur is there. So there is a temple where Gaudiya Math is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramanandra, where they sat and discussed, that is a temple. Right, on the banks of Godavari. Banks of Godavari, temple is there. This side of Godavari is called Kovur, that side is Rajamundry. It's the same. Like New Bombay, I said no side. So Rajamundry we can go from Vijayawada. And from Rajamundry, we can go to Visakhapatnam. In Visakhapatnam, there is a Varaha Narsinga. Narsingadev in the form of Varaha. Varahadev. Narsingadev ko Prahlad Maharaj ne pucha, I heard that he became Varahadev and killed my uncle, Can I see that Varaha? Then he showed Varaha. Hey, Varaha. But you can't see Varaha. He's so angry that very hard. So Chandan se pura barki rakha. So you will see like a Shivalinga only on Akshay Tritiya they open it. And then change Chandan. And that temple is in Visakhapatnam. And near to Visakhapatnam, there is one place called Kurma Kshetra. Where, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited on Kurma Brahmana. And that Kurma Kshetra, the Lord Kurma is there. So these are few places, like 3 places we can go. So this can be one of your option. So if those things won't work, I will make this work.
Last session, we were just talking. If you were actually supposed to get the youth today, but he's in Rajasthan. So I said then we can plan for Vijayawada.
He is always on tour.
Vijayawada, whenever you are going for some work,
we can just
join.
accompany you.
No, we can go to other places also, so that it can be like little. Otherwise, you will not be separately going to this place anyway.
Vijayawada will be hot in April.
April में hot रहेगा. South India, Andhra is hot. We can go afterwards also. How many? When? At least one day to Vijayawada and another day in Rajahmundry. Yeah, 4 or 5 days. If you want to stay long. Huh?
1 week, 5 days.
Yeah, 4 or 5 days. We can extend also. It's different other places depending upon how much time we have. That can be one option. So this year we will arrange one yatra. So we are not gone for too long. And at least yatra everybody will come. So when?
July.
Shravan is extended as well.
You find out the how modalities. We can. Yeah, it's possible. And the Godavari, Krishna, these are very auspicious rivers. Okay, so please come on Gaur Purnima day, and I won't be here. I'll be in Vijayawada. I'm going to Vijayawada because I have some important service there for Gaur Purnima. Acha, by the way, if how many of you don't have Chaitanya Charitamrita at home? Set. You don't have? You don't have? Don't have? Huh?
Mine I gave it to you.
Give it to whom? To me.
Yeah. When I went to the south, I gave all my books. No?
Acha. So you should get a Chaitanya Charitamrita set. This Gaur Purnima day, there is a Chaitanya Charitamrita marathon. So should get Chaitanya, good occasion to get golden avatar. The book is also golden color. You can take golden avatar to your home. Not different from Chaitanya. How come you don't have?
Study from laptop. So
No. Watching Chaitanya Charitamrita laptops से मैं भी लैपटॉप से करता हूँ, but it doesn't mean that laptop में end नहीं होता.
The full set or only once?
Full set. Chaitanya Charitamrita full set. So you get it, okay? You can read Bengali and directly you can understand. Yeah, we are encouraging devotees to have Chaitanya Charitamrita at home, everyone. Congregational devotees. In fact, Prabhupada wanted others to have it, and we don't have it, how can have others? But if you want to gift it to somebody, congregational devotee, you can gift it also. So, okay. Okay, so stop here. Please come and take this prasad.